that might be in play this time.
It will be, and I'll tell you that we've got hurricane warnings just south of Atlanta. It's in some of the southern suburbs. Macon, Georgia, for example, under a hurricane warning right now. The entire state of South Carolina, all 46 counties, under a tropical storm warning. That's never happened since I've been here in News 2. I'm a lifelong South Carolinian, and I can't remember that. The only thing that I think comes close to it would be Hugo. Right. So that's the kind of level that you're looking at. And the similarities between the two is that fast forward motion. That makes all the difference. Let's show you what's going on right now with Viper radar, because we do have some issues already developing here locally. Confirmed tornado warning now in place for parts of Orangeburg County. That particular thunderstorm is headed toward the state's capital. Hopefully it'll fade away before it gets into some really populated areas. But the National Weather Service in Columbia is saying that there is a confirmed tornado in that. And this band has occasionally produced tornado warnings. In fact, a brand new one near Hinesville, Georgia, that will be tracking to the north. You also notice thunderstorms developing out here over the Gulf Stream and in our coastal waters. Those are lifting to the north, and that's why the Storm Prediction Center went ahead and issued a tornado watch for us. This one goes through 9, but I got to tell you, it's probably going to be reissued and extended through the overnight hours, as this isn't going to be just an afternoon thing. This is probably going to happen occasionally throughout the evening, and then we might have a flurry of tornado issues as we head toward midnight and overnight. There's the center of Hurricane Helene. Look at all the lightning strikes around the center indicating intensification. We are now up to max winds at 105. That's a solid Category 2. Expected to make the jump to Category 3 here before landfall, perhaps teetering on Category 4, depending on how quickly it can intensify. The good news is it looks like it's running out of room to do that. The bad news is it's coming up fast on the Florida Big Bend and the Florida Panhandle, with hurricane warnings going all the way up to Macon, Georgia, just south of Atlanta. There are the tropical storm warnings covering the entire state of South Carolina. The reason for those tropical storm warnings will be some gusty winds. We also have a tornado watch in place there through 9 o'clock. Notice that tornado threat is quite significant, outlined by the Storm Prediction Center. Now they've expanded that significant threat zone up into Williamsburg and Georgetown counties. Earlier it was kind of cut off here just to the south, but the environment is becoming quite conducive for tornadoes, particularly overnight. Peak wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour for our interior counties. Now you get closer to the coastline, there may be a gust or two up to 60. I think frequent gusts across the area overnight and into early tomorrow morning will be 30 to 50, but there will be some that are 40 to 60. 1 to 2 inches of rain anticipated for Williamsburg County, Georgetown County, Upper Charleston County. 2 to 3 for the heart of the low country, 3 to 4 back toward I-95. As we look at storm surge threat, 1 to 3 feet of inundation possible on the South Carolina coast. I'm thinking more of about a foot and a half of standing salt water during high tide this afternoon at 4:30, and then we should see improvements as we move through the rest of the overnight hours as far as that is concerned. So obviously a lot going on here. Weather alert in place for a reason, and that's going to continue through the first part of the day tomorrow. Now tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, the weather rapidly improves. Now it's going to stay breezy through the day tomorrow, but rain chances should end by lunch, and then setting us up for a gorgeous weekend into early next week with afternoon highs in the mid-80s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Just a slight chance for rain. And as we bring in the low country's only 10-day outlook, a nice looking week next week as well, with highs in the low to mid-80s. May have to reintroduce rain chances again by the end of next week or next weekend.